Hey guys, so in part 3 of the Laravel for e-commerce series, I'll be showing you how to create the product routes. So we'll be setting up the products here so that if you click into the view products, it'll redirect to its own separate product view. And then you can go back to the view all products here and view the list of all the products. And we'll do the same for the categories, so they'll have their own separate view as well. So if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, then watch this video. Okay, so back here in VS Code, now we're going to set up the product routes. So over here in our application, when we click on view product over here, it should take us to an individual product page. So let's start with that. So what you want to do is go back in VS Code, and in the product controller that we created here, we have these routes. So we have these functions. So index, create, store, and show. So we'll just update all of these such that we're able to display the specific resource. We'll be focusing on the show function over here. And then the create, store, and edit, we'll do that after once we work on the admin functionality, because right now we're just setting it up in the database manually. Okay, so let's get started. So just again, double check your web routes.php. So over here, okay, so we just need to add in our product controller here. First import our product controller. So use app /http controller product controller. Okay. Okay, and then let's just add it underneath the home controller here. So what you want to do is route resource and then products is the URL, and then it's going to be using the product controller. And class. Okay, and then just close that off. Okay, and just forgot another semicolon. Okay, so this is good. So now let's start working on the product controller. Okay, so for the index route, let's work on that route where if you just search dash products, it'll show all the products. Okay, so what we want to do up here is import our model. So again, let's search product. Okay. And then now we can continue with editing the index. So we're just going to return all the products. Okay, and then we still need to create the individual views, so we'll do that after. So this will be the product, not view, product index, and then add in the product data. Close that off. Okay, return view. Okay, so that's good. So we save that, and then now let's do let's see over here, the show method over here. So we need to get the specific product ID. So instead of a string, let's change that to products. Product. Okay, and then return view products.show, and then compact that product. Compact product. Okay, and then close that off. Okay, and save that. So I think these two are good for now. So again, we'll do the other ones after. Okay, and then what you want to do is create the views. So now we can go over here into views folder over here. And then what you want to do is create a new folder. And then we named it products. So go products. And then within here, we're going to create a new file. We're going to call it index.blade.php. Okay, great. So this is our index file. Okay, and then we'll create the one for show.blade.php as well. So show.blade.php. Okay, great. Okay, so over here in the index, what we want to do is extend our layouts.blade.php file. Extends layouts.app. Okay, and then it's this one over here. So just extend this page, and then let's just go back to the index here. Okay, now I'm going to write the code for the index page. So add section, content, and close out that section. Okay, let's start with a div, and then we're going to make it a container, mx auto. Okay, and then just a title, products. Okay, and then within this div, we're going to call all our products. So we're going to do another for each loop. So for each products as product. Okay, and then close that off. And for each. Okay, so now what we want to do is create a card. So div, make it background white, shadow, rounded, large, and padding of 4. Okay, so again, an h5 of, and then give it a class of text large and font bold. And then we're gonna call in the product name. Okay, and then the description. Give it a gray text, and then gather the data. So product, description, and again, lastly for the price, so class is equal to text gray 900, and make it bold, and put in the price. Okay, and then lastly, we'll add in the link for viewing the product. So you want to make sure you include the show route that we created. So products.show, and then we're going to include the product ID within the requests. Okay. Just double check the brackets and the route. Okay, and then we'll just add in the text over here, view product. Okay, let's save this, and let's add this as well to our home page as well. Okay. So in our welcome.blade.php over here, we can add that route. Okay, back in our application, now our view product links over here are dynamic. When I view this, it says product 1. So if I click it, it won't work yet because we haven't created the view. So let's do that now. So back in VS Code. Now we want to update the show view over here. Oh yeah, and let's just check out our index our product linked as well. So up here, e-commerce test.products. So it should do a run through of all the products. View product index not found. So I think it's products with an S. So let's just fix that. Yep, so back here in our controller, we just needed to update this line over here, products.index. So let's check it. So let's save and check again. And refresh. Okay, so there's just a line error over here on the view. So let's just double check that. Yeah, so I'm just missing the title for the heading. So over here in VS Code in our index file, products.index, we'll just update this title. And then back in the application, let's try again. Okay, so again, just another typo over here. Let me just check. Yep, so just added an extra quotation. So do that and let's check again. Okay, so attempt to read property name. So let's just double check again and just remove the extends.layout.php and see what happens. So let's go back and refresh. Okay, so it's a blank screen. Let me just remove the content over here since we're not extending the layouts. Okay, and save that. Okay, refresh. Great, so now we check again over here on our dash product routes. It's just showing again the list of products. And if we click one of the products, it's a blank screen, but if you check the URL here, it's products one. So now let's finish off with creating the show view for each individual product. Okay, so here in VS Code. Yep, so we can pretty much copy what we did over here. So just copy this part. You can use that again. And we don't need to do a for loop because it's just individual product. Okay, so let me just put it in a container. Okay, and then close that off and save. Okay, let's double check our code over here. So again, we don't need another view products because we're already on that page. So let's just say make it to the index and then view all products. Okay, and then let's go back to the application and refresh. Awesome. So now we only see the data for the one product. So this route is now working. We click view all products. Again, I'll show the list of all the products. If we go to number 2, the URL here is products 2, and then it's showing the data for the second product. Okay, awesome. So this is working. Okay, so lastly, let's work on doing the same for our categories because right now they don't link to anything. So over here, we should be able to link to a category page once we click on view category. So we already set up the category controller, so we just need to set up the routes and the logic within the controllers. So it'll be similar to what we did in the products. So let's go back in VS Code. Okay, and then check our web routes over here. And then we need to, again, import our category controller. Oops. So use category controller. Okay. And then add it under our product routes. So it's going to be the same. Change it to categories. And then we named it category controller. Okay, so this is good. So now let's work on categories. Okay, so now here in the controller, we can work on the index method over here. Okay, so again, we want to import the model, the category. So use category. So it's the model. And then down here in the index, we'll return all the categories. So categories equal category all. And then return the view for showing all the categories. and then close that off. Okay, so that's good. And then let's do the same for the show. Okay, so we're gonna request an individual category. So category, and return view category dot show. And then add in the category data. Okay, and close that off. And then now let's create the views. So over here, create a new folder, name it categories. And then we have an index.blade.php and then a show.blade.php. Okay, so the good thing is now we can copy what we did in the products. We just need to change up the variables. So just copy this and paste it in the index here. And then change the data. So it'll be categories for categories as category. So it just has a title and description, category. Category. And then we can remove the price. And then over here, it's categories.show. And then category.id and then view category. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, and then let's do the same thing for the show. So we can copy the products here. And then go back into category.show and paste that. And then just change it up again. So over here, so we just need to fix this on the product page as well. So when there's an individual product, the view all, we don't need to include the ID here. So we can just remove this in order to show all the products. So let's just double test that. So over here, go to view products and then view all products. Okay, and then it goes back to the product route. So that's good. Okay, so back in VS Code, go back to our category.show, and then again, we want to just change out the label. So category. And then remove price, and then over here, it's categories.index. And remove this. And then view all categories. Okay, save, and let's check it out on the website. So back on the home page. So let's, in the admin bar, let's do categories. Okay, so just missed a typo there. So let's just double check. So just forgot to close the opening bracket, save that, back to the website, refresh. Okay, so now it's organized. So we can view the category here. So it should be showing the label as well, the name. So let's just double check. So the index here, category dot title is what we had it as. No, it should be category dot name. So let's just fix that. Okay, and then category description. Okay, so fix this on the show as well. So category name. Okay, and save that. And then let's go back to the website. Refresh. Great, so now we see the heading over here and we can click view category. Awesome, so now we see our title here and then we can view all categories. Okay, so just double checking my database, I had a typo with description. I just named it description. So that's why it's not showing up. So I'm not sure if you're following along and you caught that. So if you need to update the name here to just like this, just due to my typo. So I can fix that in a future video. But for now, let's just try this to see the description. Okay, and then back on the website, refresh the page. Awesome. So now we have the category title and the description. And view the category, we have the title and description. So awesome. So this is working. Okay, so lastly, we just need to update the home page for the categories as well. So right now it's still showing the home. So we just need to go over here into categories dot show and save that. And then let's go back to the website and refresh. Oh, and we just need to add the category ID as well. So product show and then attach the category. So category ID. Okay, and save that. And then let's try again. We're here and go into the home page. Okay, and down here, if we click category, then it redirects you to category 1. And the same for category 2. Okay, awesome. So this is now working on the home page and the category page. So this concludes the end of part 3 of the Laravel for e-commerce series. I hope you're able to follow along with the tutorial. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with the series, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.